Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the Nobodies Podcast.
Two nobodies talking absolute nonsense in a building 301 years older than the USA.
So Dave, how's your week been? You been up to much? Doing much?
Not too bad, mate, actually. No, just, same old, getting along, plugging along fine in my job. I did, however, get to drive a Porsche Taycan.
Yeah, you sent me the picture. What was it? Is it electric or?
Fully electric, yeah. Okay, not handles well. You can feel the weight.
Yeah.
Acceleration is insane, like insane. Obviously, couldn't give it the beans for two reasons. One, it was raining. Two, it's
not your car.
Not my car. Yeah. Well, actually, to be fair, that's probably one, and then two because it was raining. 900 horsepower. It was just lovely to drive as well.
Yeah. So how does that compare to the Tesla, the Polestar, and the Audi?
Right. How does it compare?
Little callback there from an earlier episode a few weeks ago.
Yeah, where I rated them all.
From good to shit.
Yeah. So for me, I think in that respect, Tesla was bottom, wasn't it? So I did Polestar first, then I did the Audi, and then I did the Tesla. I think
Something like that.
Something like that. So I would now drop Tesla out completely and put the Taycan at the top.
Yeah, but I suppose you kind of have to, isn't it? It's a Porsche, like Tesla is like your everyday. I say everyday, but it's kind of like your run of the mill. Depending on what model you get, you run of your mill electric car. Polestar, I don't really know much about, but I'd imagine it's probably similar.
It's a sedan. They're both sedans.
Similar saloon car.
Yes, saloon, sedan. Whatever.
I forgot we was in America. Saloon car. So the Polestar and fuck off. So the Polestar and the Tesla, they're kind of.
It's a French word, but carry on.
Whatever, but it's used in America. Shut up.
Like coupe, that's also a French word.
Coupe. But so I suppose like Tesla and the Polestar would kind of be like your normal like your normal car, and then you've got like the next step up would be your Audi, and then the next step above that would be the Porsche. In my opinion, in terms of not prestige, but in terms of like you've got normal car, sports car, supercar, hypercar. Hypercar.
Yeah. No, obviously I make you right on that one.
Good. I know I'm right.
I agree.
Thank you.
You finished?
Yeah.
Good. Now, so how would I rate it? Well, you've obviously got to look into the fact that the design is lovely. When you're sat in it,
sell it to me, darling. Sell it to me. I'm walking into your garage and I've got, let's say, 200 grand, round number.
I'm not a salesman, but okay, I'll sell it to you.
Sell me this car, darling. I don't know. It's me and my partner. The listeners can decide on who that is, and we can go from there.
All right, I'll sell it to you. Okay, you've got lots of money. You live somewhere that's affluent. You want to show off. Electric cars don't really work, but you want to virtue signal that your farts don't stink and that you have a lot of money. So what you can do is you can spend an inordinate amount of money on a Porsche that isn't really that practical, will probably die out in a few years because it's electric and it still hasn't caught on. But, and you can also get it in black, which is probably the most unimaginative colour you can get it in. But at least people will know that you've got money. So when you bowl up to the golf club, you look good. How about that?
Sold. I'll take it.
You're going to take two, are you?
Take two,
well, if you take two, you get a Porsche GT3 RS.
Oh, like we did there. Porsche GT3. Yeah. Oh, little wordplay there. GT3.
Yeah,
here we go.
Exactly.
But
I think I'd be fired, to be honest with you. But I'm too honest.
Gave away 150 grand car.
But yeah, no. So that was good. It's up there.
Fair enough.
It's definitely up there with it drove really well. And,
so that must be I suppose the fastest car you've driven now.
Yeah, it's 3 times more powerful than my BM. My BM has 300 horsepower. So it's yeah. I mean, and that thing scares me and everyone else around me. So yeah, the Taycan.
Other people on the road.
Yeah, it's gonna. Yeah, it's an absolute machine. But it's just the build. I mean, we're finishing this now, but just the build quality, the way your driving position is, the Alcantara, the way it feels. What's
an Alcantara, like an exotic drink?
No, Alcantara is like almost like suede, isn't it? It's like an interior mod.
I don't know. It sounds like something you'd find in the middle of the rainforest.
No, I believe it's a Italian creation, and it's made for interiors. It's like a luxury material that you have in the interiors, and it's very popular recently, along with green cars and tan interiors, which I've liked for my entire life, but apparently now that it's in vogue, everyone likes it.
Oh yeah, but that's the thing, isn't it? Once something becomes popular, it's not good anymore, isn't it?
No, it still is good. I always liked it, just FYI, just so you all know. I've always liked a green car with a tan interior. Just because you now find it the best thing ever doesn't mean anything. I was just seeing a lot of insults about it, but anyway. The car's a good car.
Good.
So,
good. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself.
how's your week been?
Yeah, no, it's not been too bad. It's been quite quiet this week, to be honest. Like, you know, just working for the most part. But I have
Leaflets, handing out leaflets?
No, I haven't done any leaflets this week.
Because you've still got to do a video on Instagram delivering leaflets, because I called you out on that, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. Yeah. I will get round to it at some point, but I did go and see my tattooist today, Jack.
Yeah.
So I'm booked in for my next tattoo on the 20th or 21st of April.
And so what is this for this time? Is this to get something filled in or something finished off or something completely different?
So it's just something different. So Jack, I can't get my sleeve finished yet because Jack needs to design the final piece.
Yeah.
So we can then do that. But I want to.
Well, if he puts down his yo-yo.
Oh yeah.
And actually
loves a bit of yo-yo.
And actually does some design
Jack.
work. Yeah. To be fair, he's fucking good with that yo-yo.
Yeah.
In fact, I actually want to do.
I
want to do a clip and put it on the stories on our Instagram.
Funny you say that. I saw Jack today and I put myself in my time. I'm getting a couple of birds, a couple of swallows on my arm because this arm. Now I've got my pretty much all my sleeve done. Like this, I've got like a little tattoo on the back of my arm, but it feels a bit bare. Like I don't want another sleeve, but I just need something kind of there.
You sound like everyone else that's ever had a tattoo.
Yeah. But funny, so I went into the shop. Obviously, went into the shop today, and I was talking to Jack and Sue. Sue's she does the piercings. She's lovely. Yeah. So I was talking to them, and Jack was just finishing up a tattoo.
Yeah.
And so I'm talking to Jack, and the girl that he's just tattooed leaves, and I'm having a chat with Sue and Jack, and he's just standing in the middle of the shop. And gets his case out, and just starts yo-yoing, and like you know what Jack's like. He just kind of like floats around. He's an enigma, isn't he? Like he's just such a nice guy.
He's the epitome of that scene. You know, you're doing the again. It's a fugazi.
Yeah.
That is Jack. And he's just like a spirit, isn't he? He's just like a spectre. He's so carefree. Like it's just like but he's just got like the best life. I kind of envy him a little bit.
Yeah, I do.
He's a nice bloke.
He's a lovely guy.
Yeah.
But he's doing his yo-yo, and then like Sue's like kind of like sat here, and he's like behind her, and he like flicks it out and does like this trick, and she's like, "Fucking hell, Jack! like what were you doing? I thought they hit my hair," and just like, "Shut up! It was nowhere near you." Just as he's kind of like doing all this with his fucking yo-yo. It was fucking hilarious.
Funny, isn't it?
But yeah, so I'm booked in to see Jack in April, so I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, like I said, I'm not getting anything massive, just a couple of little birds. You know? So I'm only getting 2. I'm not getting 3. You know, 3 little birds. So
it's a good job you're getting them further up your arm because you ain't never been in prison.
I'm not having prison tats. No, I'm just getting a couple of like, tasteful swallows, basically.
Okay, I mean, good choice of words. Hopefully no one's ever been in prison that has swallows on their hands sees that.
But yeah, talking about prison, we had our first prison sentence on TikTok recently.
Oh, really?
So to the listeners, but you may remember we spoke about old Adolf Hitler having a micro penis, and how a little micro penis, and how you can understand someone with a micro penis like that would want to take over the world, because if you've got a big old schlong, a big old dick, you're not going to be, you're going to be a bit more laid back. You're not necessarily going to want to.
You're not going to have as much pent up anger.
No, you're not going to want to kind of conquer your neighbours. So I put a clip out on TikTok and the gram, and fine on the gram to be fair for the most part, but on TikTok, they didn't like it. Yeah. They weren't impressed with that one.
No.
They so went on TikTok and got a notification. No, you've got a warning. And obviously it just shows.
I think I remember you saying this.
But it doesn't show you. Obviously, it doesn't show you the moving pictures, the video. It just shows you. Obviously, it's the audio. It's the audio that they do you on, effectively. Yeah. And I think it put it down as like hate speech or inciting violence or something, because I think effectively because of the line, you're not conquering Europe if you've got a big dick.
Yeah.
That was the long and short of it.
When if anything, we were going for the complete opposite.
Yeah.
We're trying to prove to you that these people inevitably have something wrong with them, either mentally or physically or both.
Yeah.
And that's what we're saying. Like we you know, people have looked into it and found out that he might have had a tiny pecker. Ergo, he, you know, wanted to make up for that in some sort of way. So he went and built a massive wall, which is, yeah.
It's just fucking ridiculous. It's like, if anything, you know, we are. It's satirical. It's comedy. We're taking the piss out of Adolf Hitler for having a micro penis, which, by all accounts, you know, scientists have looked into from what I saw when we spoke about it, and have done research, and through DNA had discovered that he had a micro penis.
Yeah.
Like, we're not bigging up the man.
But there's soldiers that it might have been a bit of a myth, sort of pre-internet, I suppose.
Yeah.
You know, back in the day, back in the 40s. But like they were saying that they knew, mate. This has come from the top.
But yeah,
you know, yeah.
But like, ultimately, you know, we were slagging him off. We weren't trying to encourage people to invade Europe, for fuck's sake. But the stupid thing is, right? So you see, you get this warning, and you can appeal it, which I think I might have done. But you also have to do a fucking stupid course. Oh. So I had to sit there on my phone, and it's like a five.
It's like the speed awareness stuff.
Yeah, it's like a five. It's like a five or six question, like, multiple choice course, basically.
Yeah.
And it's so ridiculous. So it's like, it'll give you like 4 options, and it'll be like, you know, is it'll be like, is this quote, Timmy wants to go and beat up John down the road. Is this inciting violence? Is this friendship? Is this love? Or is this something else? Well, obviously, it's violence.
Yeah, but it's like, but the way way you're doing that, like, it's like, is it this? Is it that? It's more sort of like, it's like, but they get real close to you, wouldn't they? And they'll be like, is it this? Is it that? You know, almost like, choose the right option, mate. It's authoritarianism gone mad. We were talking about it in the last podcast.
It's fucking stupid.
You will do this. You will accept that things that aren't normal or in sort of 1 or 2% are the majority and they are the normality. You will accept it. You will do as you're told.
And get on with it, like it or lump it. But it's like, it's so ridiculous. So I started to do this stupid, like, 5-minute course. Like, it's fucking pointless. Like, it's the most pointless thing in the world. Like, why am I doing,
It's programming. They're programming you, aren't they?
It's just like, fuck off, TikTok. Like, seriously, fuck
like
off.
a shock collar for a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, effectively, you know, like, you know, you can sort of put like a boundary line in. There's certain collars where you've got like a boundary line, and if a dog steps over it, they get a shock.
Yeah, you have like
that's what that is.
Yeah.
That strike is, you know, like Caesar Milan.
Do
as you're told.
Talk about Caesar Milan. Do you ever? I remember seeing a clip of him, and like, there's this like little dog. It must be like, it's like this big.
Yeah.
And I think he tries to bite him, and literally, like, he like grabs this dog, and he's like, throws it on the floor, pins it down on the floor, and this dog's just like this. Like, shitting itself. Like, what do I do now? and I say, he holds it down for like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Or maybe not even that. And this dog, it just lays there like this for like an extra like 30 seconds, like kind of looking like this, like doesn't know what to do, won't move. It's just like,
well, it's a certain dominance.
Yeah, exactly. It just had like little man syndrome.
It's like the kids that have never had that. Not that you get that today, because you just get thrown in jail. I mean, you get thrown in jail for
asking to go to the shops.
Facebook posts.
Oh.
So that's the thing, isn't it? Like, it's a dominance thing. It's showing your dominance. Not that you're allowed to do that anymore. But
no, you can't.
Like, that's why kids go around and do what they like, because you're not allowed to randomly pin them to the floor.
Oh, that's because
no, joking, no, obviously. But like, yeah, but that's what it is. I mean, that in the animal world. That's it. There wasn't a video of a dog recently. You might have seen it, you might not have seen it, where there's like 20 dogs, and he just bolts out of nowhere, doesn't bark, doesn't do anything, just puts
and
this dog down.
He's not even the biggest dog.
No, the biggest dog runs away.
Yeah, so I've seen that video. There's like, I don't know, like, I think it's like 20 Alsatians, for example, German Shepherds, and you've got one that's just being a little prick, and you know, kind of like, not bullying, but kind of just, I suppose, trying to assert its dominance. Yeah. And then this other dog comes out, which is a different breed, just kind of like throws it on the floor. Like, it's not even the biggest dog in the yard.
Yeah, just pins it down and looks at it.
Yeah. It's just like, it's like, I saw another video about it was about tigers. So you've got like these Bengal tigers, and there's like 20 of them. And they're in this, obviously, this kind of like big open pen, and they let this I think it's like a Siberian tiger and obviously they're fucking massive.
Yeah.
They are units. and there's like 20 tigers to this one tiger,
Yeah.
but they're all like shit scared of it. Like they're kind of like backing away. Like it grounds at one of them and it's like this on its back, showing its belly. Like
Yeah,
like,
they call that appeasement.
Yeah. Well, it's like
bit like what Keir Starmer does.
yeah, rolls over.
Yeah, rolls over. I will not do anything. I will do a U-turn.
We spoke about governments and politics.
Yeah,
last
no, we're not
week, but
touching on that. I'm just telling you,
it's
like,
just-
you know, there's a parallel there.
Oh, yeah, of course there is. Of course there is. It's just, yeah, like, don't get me started on politicians.
No, we're not going to. I'm just taking us away from that. we might go back into that at some point, but not right now.
Yeah, no, yeah, we'll leave that alone. We'll leave that where it is.
Talking about prison, you had an escapee. You heard or I heard?
Yeah. So my mum and dad. So about a couple of weeks ago, it was.
Yeah.
It was my aunt's funeral. So that was on the Friday.
This is starting off fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Real upbeat,
So my mum and dad, they live in Hastings. So they came up on the Thursday. So we were all because the weather was shit, and my dad was paranoid it was going to snow, and he didn't want to be trying to fight his way from Hastings to get to us because we had to be in Sidcup for 10:30. Like, beautiful day, beautiful service. Don't need to go. Don't need to go into it.
That's good.
But yeah, it was a beautiful day. Spending time with family. It was lovely. For what it was, it was like with all those kind of days. It's the time you spend with family at like the Wakem Ivy, and it was beautiful. Like the whole day was just amazing.
It's good.
But yeah, so my mum and dad stayed over on the Thursday because my dad didn't want to get caught in any potential bad weather because there was kind of like rumours.
Well, he's seen it before,
Yeah,
hasn't he?
there was rumours of snow. So they came up on the Thursday, and then obviously on the Friday at the wake, me and my dad had quite a few drinks. So I said to my mum and dad, by the time we get home, there's no point you guys driving down to Hastings. It's been a long day, emotionally charged, and this, just stay at ours, and you can go home on the Saturday.
Yeah.
So my mum and dad obviously they sleep on a blow-up bed in our front room, but we've got the hamster in the front room. Right. So the hamster's in the front room. So we have to move the hamster into either into the hallway on our table or into the kitchen.
Yeah.
So I think on the Thursday he stayed in the hallway on the table, absolutely fine.
Yeah.
But then on the Friday night we moved him into the kitchen.
Yeah.
So 24 hours, skip forward to Saturday. My mum walks into the kitchen and she notices the little cage is open. The doors come open,
Right.
and she goes to the kids like, is that supposed to be open? Like, have you seen the hamster? The kid's like, yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah, he's in there. So mum closes it up, puts the clips back on. Quite why the clips weren't on it in the first place, I don't know. And then
These kids, mate.
Well, I don't even know if it was them. It might have even been like them. One of us may have tried to give him a bit of food and just forgot to close it.
Maybe,
Forgot to put the clip back on. But yeah, so we don't think anything of it. No, I say to my mum, yeah, don't worry about it. The kids have said, because mum said to me, the cage was open, but the kids said they'd seen him, so I just closed it up and blah, blah, blah. So I moved it back into the front room. Like, don't think anything of it.
Yeah.
Like, don't even he's got food, he's got water, so don't need to disturb him.
Yeah.
Because he's so far away at the end of the front room. If he comes out, unless you're looking like over there, you're not really going to notice it. Or if he's scratching around, you're not going to notice him anyway.
Yeah.
So fast forward. So this was Saturday morning,
Yeah.
right? So then fast forward to Sunday evening,
Yeah.
right? Crystal's loading the dishwasher, and she's loading the dishwasher, and so you've got our dishwasher there, and we've got our washing machine here.
Yeah.
So she's loading the dishwasher, and she's about to put one thing on this side. She looks down, and all she sees is this little furry face just staring at her, and so she screams.
Where was the hamster?
so she sees the hamster. So after the little furry thing, so after she sees my bush, she then looks down and sees
Sees your little micro penis.
Yeah, my little micro penis.
Yeah.
She sees this little furry face. So she screams, and then so I come running in. And she's like, I think it's a mouse. It's like, it's a fucking hamster. Like, what the fuck? So we've then got to try and coax him out because he kind of
of course, he'll be timid,
so we try. He's quite like human friendly. Like he will come to you.
Yeah.
Generally, so we try to go to pick him up, but obviously if you try and pick him up, he'll run away. So he then ran back down the back of the fucking washing machine. Luckily enough, he ran around the other side and he's kind of like poking his little head out. So I went and got his food from the front room and like put like a little trail of food in, food by the washing machine. So he then eventually comes out after a little bit of coaxing. So we grab him, throw him back in his fucking cage.
Obviously, this is just a statement of, because you're going with the flow here.
Oh,
You didn't literally-
we didn't literally fucking dash him into his cage.
Yeah, of course. You know, well, I have to say for the listeners
Or
that,
what for Peter?
that he's paraphrasing.
Paraphrasing, darling.
Is it para?
Para, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Para. I thought it was power.
No, paraphrasing.
I was in like, oh, okay. Well, you learned something new.
You do indeed.
Oh,
So
yeah,
yes,
I know you're saying I've never written it.
or used it clearly.
Well, I do use it. I just didn't know. Yeah.
Paraphrasing.
Yeah.
Like,
Because I thought that because you picked him up and you fricked. You know, it makes sense, doesn't it?
No,
Power. Why does it not make sense then? Come on.
because it's paraphrasing.
Right. Like what? Like paratrooper?
No, paraphrasing is you're paraphrasing. You're not saying what someone said verbatim. You're paraphrasing what they've said.
Yeah, but usually it's invigorating and upbeat, like almost like a Hitler speech, isn't it? You know, like power,
Not
authoritative.
no, 'cause that-
power.
no, 'cause
You picked him up and you threw him in the cage.
No, because
You
that's just a speech. Like if you said
right, maybe you've missed the point here. Power.
or you just don't know what fucking paraphrasing is.
Well, no,
clearly.
obviously I know what it is. I now know that that's not how it's said, and now I know the correct terminology. However, because I've been using it correctly, I just didn't know that it was para and not power. But when you talk about power, so for example, power. Like,
Paraphrasing isn't a thing.
no, I'm aware of that. You dickhead. But what I'm saying is that you can't tell me. Well, you can tell. Go on, tell me what it is.
So paraphrase.
So if it turns out to be like something similar to what I'm thinking with, you know, like power, like powerful, like, you know, you're over exaggerating.
That's not what it is. No,
So it's not an over exaggeration.
No, so paraphrase. So say for example, you said that car over there is a beautiful shade of blue. Paraphrasing would be effectively saying what you said, but changing it slightly. So you're
Well,
not
like that car over there looks like a beautiful woman in a blue dress. Something along those lines.
No, that's not paraphrasing. That's
Well,
just
it's paraphrasing.
Well, no,
Give me an example.
so paraphrasing is effectively saying what the person said, but not in there is that word. So you get the same gist. So
By the way, this turned out for me protecting you because you were talking about throwing around a hamster. But carry on.
well, it's not my fault that you're fucking wrong, is it? But anyway, so but effectively, like paraphrasing is like if you'd said something to me and I said, and so say for example you told me you gave me a message to give to someone, but I didn't quite remember all the message. I would be so I would say your message in my own way, but to give the same message, I'd be paraphrasing what you said, basically.
Is that not just a lie?
No, because I'm saying I'm
You're
giving.
making it up.
But I'm giving the person the message that you told me to give them, but I'm not saying it verbatim. I'm not saying it word for word how you said it.
Verbatim. What's a verbatim mean?
Well, saying exactly what the person fucking said, you cunt. Like, fuck off. But ultimately, I didn't dash the fucking. I didn't throw the hamster as hard as I could back into his cage.
Right.
But,
So yeah. Okay. So you're paraphrasing.
no, I'm just telling you a story. I'm not telling.
You are paraphrasing.
I'm not paraphrasing. I'm not telling you what I said in a different fucking way because I didn't say anything. I'm just telling you this story. So we get the hamster, put him back in his cage.
Oh, sorry. Exaggerating.
Whatever helps you sleep at night.
You're exaggerating.
In parts, yes.
Yeah.
But ultimately, I'm telling the truth and nothing but the truth.
Well, no, but you
So
can't be
help me
telling the
God.
truth because if you were telling the truth, that means you would have picked the hamster up and thrown it back in the cage.
Well, no, I picked him up and I placed him back in the cage
There
very
we go,
lovingly.
see? There we go.
So we finally got the hamster out from the back
Yeah.
of the back of the washing machine, put him in his cage, and it's just like. But things we're not. We think we're not 100% sure. It was either because I can't remember if he was in the kitchen or if he was on the table. So he either opened it because what he tends to do, like he pushes on the cage door. Obviously,
Right.
because we didn't have the clips on, the cage door went open, so he got out. So we don't know if he kind of jumped off the table onto a chair and then onto the floor. Bear in mind, we've got two dogs, which are fucking useless, by the way, because neither of them realised that there's a hamster running around the house on his own.
He's not a threat, so maybe they're like.
He's not.
Maybe they've seen him and gone.
Like my older dog, Domino.
Yeah.
Like she's fine. Like if I hold him, she'll lick him. Like she's fine with him. But Belle, the ginger twat, the toddler, effectively, Like she has tried to nip at him once
Yeah.
or twice when we were holding him. We have to kind of like, push her away.
Yeah,
And
it's a jealousy thing.
yeah, and she's a working dog. She's a lurcher, and she's just a fucking idiot.
So she didn't see him.
She didn't see him. Like I said, he was on his own out the cage for over 24 hours.
No wonder he came up for food.
Like it was, and so Harry. So if he was on the kitchen side, because I don't even think the cage would have been pushed all the way back because we put it on the oven. So I don't know if he kind of jumped out of his cage from like this high onto the floor,
Jesus.
which is like, and it's not like a soft floor. It's like like tiles, and then just kind of found his way behind the back of the behind the back of the washing machine. And then again, like we're in and out of the kitchen, like doing stuff, like doing the dishwasher, putting the washing on.
Yeah,
like,
but hamsters, I mean, they're tiny, aren't they?
Well, yeah, he's probably about that big, give or take, and about that fat.
Yeah.
But he just hid behind the washing machine for like a day, and it was just like.
Do you reckon he sort of went like that? Between the wall and
well, to be fair, down the back of the there is a little gap down the back of the down the back of the oven, so he could have done like a little
down the back of the oven.
Down the back of the oven, yeah.
Jeez.
But like, yeah.
Well, at least he's safe and sound now.
Yeah, no, he is safe and found, but yeah, it was just it was when we saw him, we just like stood there like scratching our heads, like. How has no one realised that you aren't in your cage for over 24 hours? It was just mental.
That's crazy, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, yeah, but at least you picked him up gently after you've coached him.
Cradled him to sleep and then put him back in his cage.
Exactly, yeah, exactly.
Because have you had any pets escape? Because I know you had a few cats that got run over.
Yeah, well. Yeah, I mean, on a serious note, that's why I won't have a cat if I lived near a main road.
Oh, it's
because they're such instinctive animals that they take their life into their own hands, and they are very much fight or flight.
Yeah.
And most of the time they're flight, so if they get spooked, they'll just run. And obviously, if you've got a car coming, say they've run out of somewhere and then there's a car coming, if they time it badly or they're not aware, they're going to get flattened. So yeah, so I've lost 2 cats. To that, but obviously cats are outside cats, not this indoor nonsense. Yeah, I appreciate they don't get run over, but that's no life.
I don't see the point of indoor cats.
No,
because like Jenny, you have to be some kind of cunt if you're going to put your cat on a lead and take it out for a walk.
Yeah, I mean, but also at the same time,
that's fucking psychopath.
Yeah,
that's like psychopath energy.
There was someone in France in the service station getting a coffee
with a cat on the lead.
Yeah, with a cat on the lead. Yeah,
I dislike them even more.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get it. I don't like it personally because they are, they can look after themselves and they are instinctive and I'm not a massive cat fan, but I know enough about cats to know that you shouldn't be really having them living indoors, regardless of the dangers. But yeah, so that happened. I had Casper, which was a dog that we got from some travellers. He might have been a little bit mentally disturbed. He got out, ran into the road down Horn, and he died.
Or flattened.
He got flattened, so that was pretty sad. Is that funny?
It tickled me a little bit, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it wasn't funny at the time, I can assure you.
Yeah, Diesel.
Diesel lived for a long time. I'm unhappy with the RSPCA. I'm going to go on record and say that as well because basically the
RSPCA were coming for you.
Yeah, you took my dog, and in the end they gave me an oak box for him and an apology. But at the end of the day, you took my dog away and you put him down, effectively killed him, and had him cremated for this reason. So, the next door neighbour who lived next door to my sister after my mum died, she took over mum's house. He did not like my sister.
I don't blame him.
Diesel's,
no, I'm joking.
No, that's right. Diesel's back legs were going.
Yeah.
And he was playing with the kids or whatever, and when he would get knackered, he would drag his legs.
They're always the first.
But he's a staff, so his front legs. Front legs.
Domino.
They're uneven.
She's part staff, and her back legs are starting to go.
Yeah.
But it always seems like the back on dogs, like the back legs go. Don't know why.
Yeah, no, I mean, there could be a multitude of reasons, but anyway, he was getting old, but he was playing with the kids. Anyway, he got a bit knackered, and he was dragging his legs. Anyway. No yelps or anything, but this guy was basically he was such a vindictive, horrible, narcissistic wanker that he rang the RSPCA and said that my sister was abusing him. This is during lockdown.
Yeah.
They took him away put him down before they even spoke to anyone, including my sister. They just took him on a whim and thinking that he was being abused, which he wasn't. He was one of the most loved animals you could ever wish to see.
Lovely dog.
He was my absolute world, that dog. Like he you know, when I was ill with, like when I had my operation with cancer, like, and obviously you were at home or no one was around,
Yeah.
and mum's in bed. Who was on the sofa with me watching TV? My dog Diesel. You know, he was a mate of mine, and they effectively lifted him away from my sister,
Yeah.
put him down, didn't say anything, and it took weeks, because it was lockdown, to get an answer.
Yeah.
Weeks, and all we got was I'm sorry, but I thought he was being abused. Well, no, he wasn't being abused, and I get that. Obviously, they intervene with animals that are being abused.
Yeah,
but in this instance, you were wrong.
Yeah, but they can't
you were
just-
wrong, and in my opinion, if you're wrong, is that
wrong.
not murder?
Yeah, but
Is it
but
not?
I didn't think they could just like if like
No, they can.
I didn't think they could just like just come to your house and and just take your dog away.
Yep.
Like there has to be there has to be like surely there has to be proof that there has to be, you know, clear and obvious proof that you're like of a child.
Yeah.
Like
No, they didn't. That day, I promise you, I appreciate what you're saying, but they did not have any evidence, because do you know why they had no evidence? Because that dog was treated like an absolute king. He had his own chair, for fuck's sake, in the front room, his own armchair.
Yeah.
That dog was treated like royalty. So they had no evidence. So this is what gripes me. But the thing is, because obviously they do go around and they do protect animals, I haven't gone in two-footed
yeah.
as much as I could have, you know, and he was older and his legs were failing in him, so fine. But the fact of the matter is, they had no evidence. They went off what this guy said. They took my dog. They said nothing. They put him down, didn't even ring my sister or anyone to let us know. And then it took months for us to get him back. And when we got him back, it was in a shitty little tub. They then apologised, took him back, and then gave us like a full deal sort of oak box, which I've
Yeah.
got at home. You've probably seen
Yeah,
it.
yeah, I've seen it.
But at the end, you know, is that really a consolation? You've taken my friend, who was there for me, and my family, who I rescued, by the way, from not a great life, because he was fighting with the dog that he was living with.
Yeah.
And you give him back to me in a box without saying anything to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, not on, mate.
Oh no, that's not. It's like, but at the end of the day, didn't
Sorry to
Yeah,
that was a bit morbid, but I feel I've been waiting years to talk about this.
years to get off my chest. But like, don't get me wrong, like ultimately, you know, they're doing their job. Yes, they didn't do it correctly because they didn't get the relevant evidence and they didn't actually witness anything. And
Yeah.
you know, and if they'd come and actually spoken to your sister or whoever was living
Me
there,
or my auntie,
whoever
Yeah.
it may be, and like, you know, and actually spoken to them and actually sim the dog in with the family. Ultimately, like it's like it's like I hate people like I hate people like that neighbour. I
Yeah.
hate fucking nosy, miserable, horrible, controlling, vindictive neighbours that are just, you know, they stick their oar in everything. Like, you know, you might like you park in the wrong parking space. Oh, you can't park there.
Yeah.
Fuck off, John. I'll park where I want, mate. Has he got your name or number on it? No. Fucking suck my fat one, bruv.
Oh, mate,
like it just fucking does me. Like, I hate people like that. Like,
Yeah.
mind your own business. But the thing is, there's so many people like it. Like,
Oh yeah, there's more out this way than there is uptown in London, and you can talk to anyone that's from London that they want to help each other. There's less busybodies uptown than there is out here. For some reason, there seems to be more of them out this way. I don't know if it's a money thing or
Maybe.
a class thing or whatever. Or I don't know. Or they're just, you know, inbred. I'm not sure, but yeah, I can't stand it either.
yeah, it's like, you know, you get those type of neighbours that like they're always, you know, constantly like twitching at the windows.
Yeah.
They're, you know, or you know, they're calling the police or
For
they're
the wrong reasons.
Yeah,
like, It's
exactly.
understandable if people are out there, you know,
being antisocial. Yeah, fair
like,
enough.
You know, setting off fireworks and flares like they're in a match in Italy.
Yeah.
You know, like running around the street with like a flare
Yeah,
gun or something,
exactly.
or smashing car windows or something like that. It's fine, right? But if kids playing football on the square, no one really cares. Or, you know, they're sat, you know, just little things.
Yeah.
But they do. They stick their nose in there watching everything. You know, for me, there's levels to it. You know, if they're clearly being arseholes and they're causing criminal damage or whatever,
then
and so on and so
that's
forth, then
different.
It's different.
Yeah,
of course
that's
it is, yeah.
that's different. That's fair enough because that's going to benefit the safe. Like for example, I live in a cul-de-sac, so like if that would if one of our neighbours called out, like, you know, kids or people being dickheads or called the police. That's for the benefit of everyone else in the cul-de-sac, whether it's people that live in the cul-de-sac or people that have come to the cul-de-sac to visit people, or you know, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
And but like I said, but when you've got these fucking horrible pieces of work, just vindictive people that just like, you know, that are just miserable.
Yeah.
They got horrible
Like the
lives.
parking warden.
Yeah.
Sorry, parking cunt.
Parking cunt. They've clearly got horrible, miserable lives. Their wives don't suck their dicks anymore. Like, they go to a shit dead end job. Like, mate, just get a life. Like, why do you care what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Like, leave me alone. Like, why do you care? Like, nothing, like, you know, my dog or my kids or whatever it may be ain't affecting you.
No.
Like, if you've got an issue, come and speak to me. Don't fucking call
and
the
that's the
police
main
or
thing, isn't
the
it?
RSPCA or whatever it may be, the council, for example.
Where's that
Fuck
gone?
off.
You know, where's that gone? Where's, you know, going and having a word? You know, it's, but like, for me, to circle back and finish the point, right, is ultimately, he took away a family member.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ultimately, my friend is gone. You know, and that's it. And by being, you know, what you're saying, this you've gone too far. By being this absolute arsehole, you've gone too far. You have now taken something away from this family, who, by the way, have already lost.
Yeah.
You know, I lost my mum, and now I've lost the dog as well. like you know, like fucking hell. Like, thanks for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But,
Cheers, mate.
Yeah. Like, and you're supposed to be protecting people and animals, just, you know, as a charity. So I hope you've upped your game since 2020, because by God, that was poor standards. But anyway, staying on animals,
Yeah.
I feel like it's important for us to touch on British farming.
Oh, yeah, right.
Right?
Any
Because,
particular reason why?
well, because,
Seeing as we're not farmers.
well, it's going to disappear, okay? I think there's some stuff in the pipeline. I think like they're getting subsidies now from our government as opposed to EU subsidies, which obviously were out of Europe, so that affected them.
Yeah, I think they're like I said, I know nothing about farming.
Oh, I know nothing. I just know that these people need to help, and they need us to get involved and buy things from them, or they are going to be up shit creek without a paddle fairly fucking quickly.
Yeah, all I know about farming is from what I've watched on Clarkson's farm. That's all I know.
Yeah, well, he touches on quite a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
I mean, you see him like when he breaks down with the pigs and things like that. He touches on, you know,
that made me
the
cry. I
heartbreak.
cried at that.
Yeah, of course, yeah. And then
Because
he got
I'm
his
not a
little
heartless
invention where he put the rails in so the mother didn't sort of lay on the piglets as much and stuff. And he's shown how hard it is.
Yeah,
you can look at it from both sides, can't you?
Yeah, I know when it first came out. Obviously, a lot of people thought, "Oh, it's just Jamie Clarkson."
Oh, they kicked off. It's for TV. He's such a bellend.
He's just going to take the piss out of it. This, that, and the other. And to be fair to him, he openly, obviously, throughout all the series, he openly says, "Look." Especially like the first and second series, I'm getting all this money from Amazon, I'm getting all this money from ITV for Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I've got fingers in pies. I've got a columnist. He understands. He's like, I appreciate that I am not in the same position as your average everyday farmer, which I think is why.
But you can make a point.
But you can make a point because he is doing the job. He is a farmer.
It's not make or break.
No.
If he loses out, he's still fine. But he can still make the point, can't he?
Yeah, exactly.
Like he does. Yeah.
And I think, and to be honest, I think he's done. I've heard a lot of farmers, like not personally, but I've seen and read. A lot of farmers, are really pleased with what he's doing because it's highlighting the plight of the farmer. Like you can go to your fucking local supermarket and get a packet of chicken, 4 chicken breasts or whatever it is,
£4
for like £6, for example. But those same 4 chicken breasts from a butcher's or from a farm shop, it's going to be 8, 10, 12 quid, for example.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they're less processed.
Don't have water.
Haven't got water in. Haven't been like battery fed or given growth chemicals or hormones. Battery.
You said battery.
But I said battery. Fuck off. Battery fed.
Sorry.
Battery.
Payback.
Battery. But they are battery chickens.
Battery.
Yeah, battery.
Yeah, not battery.
Shut up. Same difference. Battery.
Wait,
battery.
I'm pulling your leg. To be fair, I was educated earlier with the paraphrasing thing. So
yeah, fuck you.
Well, hang on. No, we're supposed to learn off it. You learn off me. You learned that this building is 301 years older than America?
Yeah, but the difference is you were saying power phrasing, not paraphrasing.
because that's what I thought it
I
was.
was saying battery, same as battery.
No, there's battery and there's battery, isn't there?
You're saying the same word. And that's what I said, just in a slightly different accent. or
Battery.
Fuck off.
Darling.
Shut up.
Maybe if we pronounce our words like Tom, we can do battery and battery.
Battery, the word of the week.
Darling.
Darling.
Anyway, back to your point. The point is that,
but yeah.
you can go and get a cheap bit of chicken, or you can go and get one locally, pay a little bit more. It'll be better
You know where it's
quality,
come
it'll be
from.
better for your health. You know where it's coming from. You're also helping someone else out, but you can do it with shops as well. So it's not just farming that I want to touch on. We've got one literally next door, down the road, Bradford's, if you're in Edenbridge. You can go there and you can get stuff there. You do not have to go on Amazon.
What's Bradford? I don't know what that is.
It's like a multi-purpose shop. They've got everything in there. They've got dog food. There's a bit with electronics for dishwashers and washing machines, TVs.
Is it like an electrical store?
It's an everything store. That's what I'm saying. Like you can go in there. If you want bleach, you can get bleach. If you want dog food, you can get dog food. If you want to get a dehumidifier, you can get a dehumidifier. If you want to get an oven, you can get an oven. It's literally everything in one place.
So it's like a tech shop and ancillary products. I can't go there and buy grapes.
No, you can't buy grapes, obviously, but you can't buy grapes off Amazon. Well, I suppose you could if you
No,
do
you can,
the
you
do the
can.
grocery one, but that's by the by, right? The point is, you can get a lot of shit.
It's a small independent business
And
that
you can-
specialise in like you say, electronics and the ancillary products to go with the
Life
electronics.
stuff, yeah, anything. You can pop in there and, okay, I need a couple of nails or whatever. I need a hook.
Well, it's not,
I need a doorstep.
It's not everything, is it? Because I can't go in there and buy grapes, can I? I can't go in there and buy chicken. So it is
Well, it's almost everything, isn't it?
Well,
you
no, it's not almost
pedantic
everything.
fucking
Is
cunt.
it? I don't know what you class.
Have you
it
been
as.
in there?
No.
Then shut the fuck up and listen to me.
But
then.
you don't. You told me I can't buy grapes.
But you can get paint in there,
Right.
right?
So it's a homeware store.
You can also get cooking frying
homeware
pans.
store. Homeware.
A home store.
Homeware. Is it
It
homeware?
wouldn't be homeware, would it, you dickhead? It's just home in general.
I think it's homeware.
Well, no, because homeware isn't a fucking oven, is
Well,
it?
it's not a hardware store, is it? But it's like a home.
You're a
homeware.
hard fucking ware. It's a hard task. The point is,
Sorry, I question your.
No, you don't, you're not it's fine.
Your validity.
it's fine. It's fine. You can play devil's advocate. It's fine.
Doesn't sound fine. You're getting all bitchy.
I'm not getting a bit dark, but I'm just going to play devil's advocate a bit further down the road, mate. So you carry on. So the point is,
The crux of it, shop local.
yeah,
Ultimately,
ultimately, yeah. And why not? There's
Well,
no reason. Oh, sorry, because you're going to pay an extra £2 more for, for example, bleach that's going to last you, I don't know, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or whatever.
it depends on how many shits you have.
Well, it depends, and also it depends on how often you clean the toilet.
Yeah.
But the point is, it's going to last you the same amount of fucking time. So that extra quid, it's like, so what? It will obviously add up. You are spending more money.
Yeah.
But what you're doing is you're building up your community.
Yeah.
Right. So you're allowing someone to be employed instead of
Yeah.
having a town full of dickheads that want to sit around and
Doing
not work.
nothing.
And
It's
exactly.
like there's like a fruit and veg company. I can't remember what they're called, but effectively, like their slogan, their USP is you can get it cheap. Their USP basically is go to Morrison's, go to whichever supermarket you want to go to, and buy it there, and you'll pay less, but you'll get better stuff from us.
Yeah.
It's what they're saying, and because they're like, our food won't last 2 weeks. Like our veg will last how long it's supposed to last because it isn't covered in,
Wax.
covered in all of these random chemicals and this, that, and the other. They like our carrots come out the ground, and they will last a week and a half or whatever it may be. However long a carrot lasts, I've never bought one from like a greengrocer.
And timed it.
And timed it. So
Why
I don't
not?
know.
Everyone does that.
So I don't know how long it will last. But let's just say from
Depending on the conditions and how clean it is and stuff, you're looking at a week, 2 weeks tops.
Yeah, but and that's what they're saying. Like broccoli goes out of date in a week. Morrison's broccoli goes out of date in 2 weeks. Ours goes out of date in a week. Ours is better for you.
But
Ours has got less chemicals and isn't processed.
Broccoli at Morrison's has wax on it. So the way to tell, not that you would, but I've seen it, is you can tell because you hold it under water, and obviously if it's
The water just slides off.
Hydrophobic is the term.
It's like,
yeah. It just slides off. Like you can buy unwaxed lemons because all lemons are waxed in order to seal them
Yeah,
and
hold
make them
everything
last
in.
longer. Yeah.
Yeah.
However, if you want to use lemon zest and you want to put it on a cake, you don't want to be putting wax all over it.
No.
So you want unwaxed lemons. So there you even can see that actually most lemons are waxed.
Yeah.
But to go back to farming, we obviously use the local dairy, Chiddingstone Dairy.
Yeah, we put one just outside Westram.
Yeah, that's a good one as well. Our friends know them. They make ice cream. The
Yeah,
ice cream
yeah.
is banging.
But
But
they do like so they sell like the big like milk bowls like this.
Yeah.
And it's got like cake mixture in it. So
Yeah.
you pour all of it in. Like you add your milk and whatever and your eggs and your water. But
Yeah.
you pour this whole cake mixture in, and then that makes like I don't know, like 20 cupcakes.
yeah,
Kids love
it's a good idea.
So
Well,
good.
our one's got milkshakes, and they also sell meat from the cows as well.
Yeah.
But
But quickly on that point though, this is another thing that, like I said, going back to Clarkson's farm.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, like you said with the subsidiaries from the EU, obviously they're not. Obviously, farmers aren't getting those now because we left the EU.
Yeah.
We voted out in 2016, but didn't leave until like 2022, something stupid, whenever it was.
yeah, well, it was the roots were deep. weren't
Yeah,
they?
yeah.
And ultimately, when I
But
look back on it, it was a silly decision,
the trouble is, because this is the point that Clarkson makes, is like, well, you know, we're not getting anywhere near the same amount of subsidies and grants from our government because they've spoke shit as usual. They've promised us this, and in one hand they promised us gold, and in the other hand they've handed us shit. Like but anyone that's watched the show, like the first is when he tries to open the farm store, and the amount of shit that he gets from the local council saying, well, you can't do this, you can't do that, and he's like, well, I'm doing everything that you've said. I'm everything for the most part, because obviously his other half, Lisa, tries to add in stuff that wasn't made within 16 miles of the farm. But he's like,
yeah,
how,
I get. Yeah, I get that. And especially on the subject of what we're talking about here.
I get it, but at the same time, it's on private land. If you want to sell your book that you've written, or if you want to buy something in and sell it, you should be able to sell it in your own fucking shop. I think that's a bit pedantic.
Yeah.
But like he was saying, like, and again, it goes back to him saying, I'm in this privileged position where if this all dies, I'll just sell it. I'll make a few million out of it. Doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
I'm already made. I'm already set. I don't need any more money.
No.
But these farmers that are trying to diversify their business,
They need every penny.
So they're incorporating a farm shop, or they're incorporating like a little.
And they don't have the money to fight them either if
No,
they want to do legal
no,
proceedings,
no,
which they know, and again comes
Yeah.
under
And you just kind of think like you say, the British farmer is going to die because they can't rejuvenate the land. So
Yeah.
eventually, like the soil's got a shelf life. So unless they can rejuvenate it down to the
there's
core,
that as well, yeah.
down to the core, they're going to get to a point where the crops just won't grow anymore.
Yeah.
And obviously, so we've got to battle that and counteract that. And I think there was a guy from that band, I can't remember what his name is now, or what the band was called.
Was it Blur?
No, it was like Dance Armada or something.
Yeah, I know they got. Yeah, he was on there.
And he's found a way that rejuvenates
the hydrogen back in it. Is that right? The hydrogen back in the ground,
it's
obviously
something
healthy
along those
soil holds carbon, and obviously we're trying to reduce carbon in the atmosphere.
Yeah.
But on that as well is the main thing is to stop. You know, everyone is out for themselves a little bit. It's just how much, right? That's the saying that I like to live life by these days, and that's it. So stop going, I'm all right, Jack. If you're a counsellor, right, and you want everything to stay the same, and it's fine for you because you've got your 2 Jags and your two-car garage and your underfloor heating,
your wife and your mistress,
big house or whatever. Yeah, your wife and your mistress or whatever. Darling, she wants a horsey, I get her a new horsey, that sort of stuff. Stop looking out for yourself to that, open your eyes, lift up your head and take a look around and start helping people. The mentality of I'm all right, Jack, it needs to stop. Because this is what's happened. It's what's happened with farming, because they want to throw this at them and all these, you're going to get legal proceedings if you do this, and you need to do this, and you need to jump through this hoop, you need to jump through this hoop and that hoop, and then by the time they get to the end, they're fucked.
Yeah.
It's too much.
They can fucking suck on my hoop.
Yeah. But do you see what I mean? Like
Yeah.
there needs to be more of and Clarkson's showing it for what it is because he can.
Yeah,
but,
exactly.
Obviously, ultimately, you have to be careful because obviously, if they do take a major dislike to you and what you're saying, they can just dig up. They can dig up allegations from like 30 years ago, like they're doing with Russell Brand. And then,
but he's a bit of a.
I know he is, but the point is, do you notice how when he was plugging along and he was with Katy Perry and stuff, it was all fine. Did anyone notice that? It's all hunky dory, mate. No problems at all. As soon as you start calling out the establishment and bits and pieces, all of a sudden, I mean, he's a wrong un anyway. That's not the point. But all of a sudden, it comes out the woodwork, doesn't it? Isn't that funny how that just happens?
Yeah, but I also think like in the world
it's happened to Clarkson, isn't it?
In the world that we live in, like it's just the rich and powerful just constantly trying to shit on the working man and woman.
When they panic, that's what I'm saying. It's self-preservation.
Yeah.
When they panic and they're being attacked and they're in a corner and they've got nowhere to go because you are speaking sense and you are telling people the truth.
Tinfoil hat.
Calling them out, if you like, tinfoil hats, yeah. And they don't like it,
No.
and so therefore,
but no one likes...
they go no, but no, I know that. I know what you're going to say. No one likes that, but the point is, we still need to tone it down a little bit. I appreciate that people want to keep their. I mean, we're talking about rules and laws and bits and pieces where people want to keep their power, and that's what laws have been designed for predominantly.
Oh yeah,
But yeah, they just need buy more locally, help your local farms. I mean, even if you do what we're doing, where we figured out that getting two pints of milk is cheaper than using Milk and More, then just do something like that. It's all you need to do. You need to help out something. You need to keep them going. Use your local butcher and stuff. And listen,
you've got to help local businesses.
Yeah, and I don't all the time.
We know, like you can't, at the end of the day, like no one can just exclusively shop at your local, village stores, your local greengrocers, because it just isn't going to happen.
No. And also variety.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you live in like the middle of buttfuck nowhere and you've got a little village store, you've got a little whatever it may be, a little coffee shop, that kind of thing, and it's like 30 miles to the near or 40 miles to the nearest town, nearest big town, then fair enough. You probably are just going to shop for the most part at your local shop. But like in modern, most places now, in the Western world, like you've got big, massive, like multi-billion pound companies.
Something's just popped into my head, but carry on.
You've got these massive companies that, like your supermarkets and whatever, that have got everything that you need, and because they buy it in bulk, and because they get it for cheap, so they can sell it for you for cheap. Yeah. But ultimately, the more you can spend on local businesses, the more you're going to help the economy, because if you're giving money to people that live and work in your area, that are also paying their taxes, to the government, so on and so forth, as opposed to going to Starbucks and getting a coffee, and and it just goes into the black hole that is Starbucks' fucking profit margin.
Yeah.
And
their lack of tax.
And exactly. Their lack of tax paying is like, and that's why you should shop local. You should pay that little bit of a premium to help you to help your fellow man or woman.
Yeah, of course.
At the end of the day, we all need to survive. Like these people are trying to run a business, and if they know they're going to get undercut by the big conglomerates and the big fucking supermarket chains and this, that, and the other. You've even got.
I mean, they can just chase quality, can't they?
Yeah.
But just one last thing on that is that why can't they do franchises like they do for like
KFC?
Fast food restaurants, and McDonald's. They've done it for McDonald's, so why can't Amazon, for example, with Nextdoor, be like, look, can we buy your store, but obviously or your shop, but you can still keep it the same, but obviously we'll push some of our stuff on it and whatever.
Yeah.
So they're still local, but they're a franchise.
Yeah.
So why can't that happen? Surely that should be on the cards. So then you can franchise it. So you can still have your big Amazon and your next day delivery or whatever with matey on his delivering it on his bike or in his car or whatever or his van. But you're still the same shop. However, you're just now a franchise.
Yeah.
And therefore
you're running the show, but you've got a bit of help if you need it.
Yeah, big brother, if you like.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right. Anyway, yeah.
But like I said, so just wanted to, as always, wanted to we always try and finish episodes on a couple of listener submissions. So we've got like I said, we've got a recurring segment coming back. Well, I say coming back, it's a recurring segment. So it's your favourite as it is your namesake. So I've got a couple of Ask Uncle Dave's.
Yeah. But just pre-warning, as you can tell, this week I'm in a pretty ranty mood.
Yeah.
So
be prepared.
Be prepared for yet another 5 to 10 minute rant, potentially.
So we've got a couple of Ask Uncle Dave's. So this first one is from Katie, and she says, "Dear Uncle Dave, I recently split up with my long-term boyfriend, and it was quite a messy breakup. Is healing supposed to hurt this much, or did I accidentally choose character development on hard mode?"
Wow. Long-term boyfriend. Is there any more details there? Sorry, I might have skipped over that.
So it's just a long-term boyfriend. It was quite a messy breakup.
Yeah.
I'm guessing, you know, the fact that she's finding it so hard to heal.
Yeah.
I'd imagine he probably fucked her off. Maybe, you know, shagged her sister. You know, or he could have done the MILF Gilf combo.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, that's a wild guess, mate. But you like a wild guess, don't you?
Yeah. Wild stab in the dark.
Not the best terminology.
Yeah,
that's what he did.
Yeah.
That's what got him in trouble. That's why they're not together.
I won't put that up on TikTok. That'll get banned.
Yeah, we'll do it. Wild stab in the dark, micro penis. Anyway, no.
I suppose it would be a wild stab in the dark if you had a micro penis, wouldn't you? Would it though? Because you just kind of fall on the person. Like, you know, it's not long enough to really kind of like thrust it. You've just got to kind of like fall on them and hope that it goes in the right hole.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Anyway, we're going off topic here.
Yeah, no, you're going off topic. I think it is supposed to hurt. Ideally, when you have a breakup, obviously you want to try and keep it as clean as possible and as amicable as possible, so you can both process it and heal. Ultimately, you're always going to have a question on whether you made the right decision. But
by the sounds of it, I don't think she got to make a decision. I think she got told. I think she got binned off.
Well, obviously, there's not many details there, is there? So it depends. Okay, so let's make a scenario. So he cheated on her. It's going to hurt because you've had your trust betrayed. It's going to take a little while, but ultimately, if he did cheat on you, he's a little scrote. You just need to move on and just trust in the fact that everything happens for a reason. That's a bit corny, but okay. Or just trust in the fact that, you know, you couldn't trust him anyway, and just plug along, look after yourself for a little bit, and then when you're ready, then you can find another fella that's not going to fall into another woman.
Slipped and tripped and fell into her vagina.
Yeah, exactly.
It was an accident. I fell over. Yeah, I think ultimately, yeah, like, you know, clearly he was a fucking bellend, and you're better off about him. Like, yeah, do you know, I
mean, we're assuming, but obviously by the sounds of things, that's what's going on.
Yeah, like, you know, we're just making up our own story here. But I would imagine we're paraphrasing. Yeah, I would imagine that's what's happened. But yeah, actually, if that is what's happened, then he's a fucking idiot. And, you know, like I wouldn't. Obviously, it's easy for me to say I wouldn't worry about it. But yeah, then it's going to hurt and it's going to take time. But if it depends how long it is. Long term, I'd imagine it's got to be at least a year or so, if not longer. So you've invested in someone, potentially thought you might spend the rest of your life with them, have kids and this, that and the other, if you haven't got kids with them already. And like Dave said, he's betrayed your trust. But I suppose you just got to get back on that horse, get yourself down the nightclub, get on some dick, and ride off into the sunset.
Yeah, or just go on holiday, find yourself a little bit, maybe work abroad, and not worry about men for a little bit or women for a little bit of a while.
But I hope that helps.
Yeah, hopefully that helps. Yeah.
So we've got one more, and this is from a chap called Danny, and I think you'll like this one. So it's a Dear Uncle Dave. So, Dear Uncle Dave, I'm 36 and love a pint and a bit of packet with the lads on a Friday night. But when did a bit of harmless fun start needing a week to recover?
Probably about 25, I reckon.
See this. I'm probably in a better place to.
It's Danny. Danny's. That's a scaffolder name, isn't it? Either he's in
Geek
double glazing, or he's in the white gold.
My God.
On the white gold.
On the,
or
on the
he's
old
a,
Colombian marching powder.
yeah, or he's a scaffy with a name like Danny.
Oh yeah, he's got. He's got. You know, if I had to describe this person, I reckon they're a scaff. They're, you know,
Wears shorts all the time.
Yeah, wears shorts and a vest, like 365 days of the year. You know, covered in tattoos, got love hate on his fingers.
Nike trainers.
Yeah, Nike
Shorts.
Nike trainers. You know, probably like Huaraches or something. Or 110s.
Company hoodie.
Yeah,
it's covered in like like dust and
got
cement
holes in
and
it,
bits and
holes
pieces.
in the shoulder.
Yeah. Hot rocks on the front.
Yeah. You know, he's constantly doing this with his nose.
Sorry, Danny, you might work in an office or something.
He might be a lovely geezer.
He might be a photographer or something.
To be fair, like I said, I've been up to a few pubs in London, and kicking out time for offices, and to be fair, some of the lads you see in those pubs, fuck me. I went up to watch.
Well, that's why they started putting the cisterns for the toilets in the wall, mate, so they wouldn't rack up on it.
Yeah.
So you got to do it on the toilet seat.
I went up to I went and saw England last year and Wembley, and I met up with a few lads at this I think it was on Baker Street. This place called the Globe, and so obviously it's full of England fans, and all you can hear is people like just desperately trying to get a packet, just trying their hardest to get coke, and they're literally like so you have to walk down some stairs to get to the toilets, and you just see like 20 blokes just all walking up the stairs, all like rubbing their nose. It's just like, it's fucking hilarious.
Going moo.
But obviously it wasn't all football fans. You had it was kicking out time as well. So it was like 6 o'clock in the evening.
So you had people from the Isle of Dogs in there, did you?
Yeah. So you had guys that just come out of the offices and what have you, and they're just the same, and they're just like chilling pints. And shots and what have you. It's just
I suppose. Well, you say you might be. Yeah, listen, I've got. You might be more geared up for this.
Geared up.
Because of your past here, if you don't mind talking about
that.
Yeah,
so I'm 35, so I'm not quite 36 yet. I'm still young and sprightly. But when I was in my,
sorry,
in my
just telling fucking lies.
Shut up. When I was in my teens, I liked a few booners and a bit of packet.
Yeah.
But it's just a sign of age, isn't it? I can get tired walking up and down stairs at age 35.
Yeah, you've got to know when to call it a day. I mean, so for example, I've got an example for you. So I work with a geezer that is like a young man in an old man's body.
Yeah.
And he's in his 50s, and he drives around quite fast and stuff, and he's still a bit 100 mile an hour. And one of the other lads today, Pete, his name was, he went, He's 54. What's he doing? What's he racing around like that for? He goes, he's a boy. He is. He's a boy. That one. And he just is. He just
never grew up.
He's just never. He is grown up, but he just has that way about him.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's just the way it is. But yeah, when you get to a certain age, usually I found you got to call it a day around. And I've warned a couple of lads that were younger than me as well. I was like, 25, mate, watch what you eat, because it will go straight on the hips, right? Yeah. 26, 27, you're looking at sort of winding it down. You can't go out and then go out clubbing and stuff, or you'll be on it. You will have a hangover for 3 days, And the older you get, the longer the hangover is.
Like I said, I'm 35, and if I have a proper session and and get on it, like just say we're going on a night out.
Minus the packet these days. Can I just add, that was a long time ago.
Yes, that's just say we're going out to the pub and we've got taxis arranged and what have you, and we can actually let our hair down. Not that we've got much of it left, and we're I can have a hangover now for like easily 2 to 3 days.
Oh yeah,
and it just wipes me out. It's fucking like when I was like late teens, early 20s. I didn't know what hangover was.
No.
So I suppose my advice to Danny would be like if you want to go out and get off your trolley and and get smashed on the beers and do packet, do it every 2 weeks instead of every week. Because the older you get, it's just natural. Like it just takes longer to recover from anything. Like I say, I can.
As long as you're doing it for fun, because we can't. Because it's the thing. If you're addicted, then mate, you need to just stop
Yeah,
now,
yeah,
period.
yeah, you need
and you
help.
need to not touch it. Yeah, you need to go and get help. But like, yeah, because this is the thing, isn't it? Because there's a difference between someone that can touch it every now and again,
Yeah.
like you say every 2 weeks or whatever, and someone that has to be on it all the time. And it goes up in increments, and then you just slowly increase it.
Yeah.
So if you're at that level, mate, then you just need to stop it and get some help.
Yeah, ultimately, if it's at a manageable level and you're not dependent on it, you're not relying on it. I appreciate, I don't know what you do for work, but but clearly your mates, they enjoy the same things as you. So I suppose it depends. Like, it's difficult, isn't it? Because like if all your mates are doing it, and you don't want to be like the odd one out. So
No,
get
of course
that
not.
peer
but
pressure and all
it's
that
like
shit,
if your mate was gonna, my mum always used to say to me, if he jumped off a cliff, would you do it?
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
Yeah.
So yes, no, you're right. Sorry to interject. You're right, but like at the same time, if you've lost control of it, right? If the vehicle in motion is spinning out of control, get a grip and stop it.
Oh, yeah.
If you can go and dabble in stuff, like for instance, I can go and gamble and be fine.
Yeah,
right?
easy.
I can put a bet on and not have to bet my house.
No.
You know what I mean? I can go and have a drink. Because and this is luck as well. I'm not digging people out. I'm just saying this is just lucky for me and not be addicted.
Yeah.
I could easily, not that I would or ever have, but I could do packet and be fine potentially. I don't know. Never tried it.
Yeah.
I did smoking. Never got addicted to smoking either. I'm just lucky in that way that I can dip in and out of things and be fine. Some people aren't.
No,
so sorry to make it a bit serious. I'm saying this was meant to be a bit, but yeah, like if you need help, get help, and there's obviously places out there to do that. But Josh is right. Get control it. Mediocrity, would you say, or in
Mediation. No.
mediation.
No.
That's right. I think that
Moderation.
Moderation. There we go. Got there in the end.
Anything in moderation is good
We're
for you.
teaching each other today. You see, it's good. Everything in moderation. Everything is bad for you if you have too much of it. And just keep an eye on it and just check yourself. If you find yourself getting overtired or whatever, or you find yourself getting palpitations or anything like that,
Or you're getting cranky at home with the missus.
things like that, and it's affecting that, you find yourself, you need to just keep a hold. Just keep an eye on the ball, for lack of a better term.
Exactly that. And I think on that very eloquent note from Dave, I think that's a pod. So as always, thank you for listening. We will see you again next week, and bye-bye.
See you.
Take care.